Hello, hello and welcome everybody. Welcome to Heart of a Hobbit here on the official Lotra Stream Twitch channel. I am your host, Little Redhead, and I will be here for the next 2-ish hours, taking you around the Midsummer Festival in Minas Tirith. So hello to everybody in the chat as well. All right, so I am back with my hunter Arthaliel. She is a high elf. Normally, I go running around with Rosenbloom. She is my Hobbit hunter, and I do enjoy playing a Hobbit quite a bit. But when I first started on this server, I started with Arthaliel here, and so she's like the kin owner and house owner and all of that. And I'm also using her. I have her parked at level 45 because on the legendary item track, which is that one, yep. When you are consuming the legendary item runes, a level 45 character makes more progress with their experience using a rune than a level 50 or 50 or 60 character does, for example, a higher character. So I am using her as kind of my backup for that sort of stuff. So anything I do that Rosenbloom has already finished, I'm kind of backfilling with Arthaliel a little bit. Also, I was at the point where level 60 was the cap of the server. We just went up to level 65 in the last week because we just got the Mirkwood area expansion just opened up to us. So characters can go up to level 65 on the server now. So I do have some room on Rosenbloom. Let's see here. So on my traits panel, for example, I have on Rosenbloom, all of these are maxed for level 60, which was the half of your level, so they were all up to level 30. So I had, anytime I would earn virtue experience, it would do me no good. So I was like, oh, hey, I'll do the festival then on Arthaliel, and she can get all the benefit of getting that virtue experience when you finish these different levels of the festival. Because, for example, that's not the one. When I finish a fondness for festivity, I will get some scraps, blah blah blah. Where's the other one? Hang on a second. Oh, there's the other one. When you finish wrappers, you get some virtue experience. So that's why I was like, okay, we're gonna get this on Arthaliel instead. Oh, and Charlotte says that we are also in Enedwaith because Mirkwood is not enough to get to 65. Fair enough. So we have Mirkwood and Enedwaith. Awesome. You know, I always get there's too many E words in this place. So okay, so we have Eriador, which is big, and in Eriador we have Enedwaith, which is there. We also have Eregion, which is there. I get those two mixed up all the time. And my hope was that since we were going slower, that I might get Enedwaith and Eregion a little bit more solid, but I'm not sure that I've got them a little more solid. Right? Eregion and Enedwaith go together like PB and J. Or they're like twins that like swap and then don't tell the teachers and they want to see if the teachers notice, that kind of thing. That's Eregion and Enedwaith. They're those tricksy little tweens. All right, so we're going to start off. We're at the festival. We're at Minas Tirith, and I'm going to start by talking to Phalith here. She is our daily wrapper person, so she's the one that's like, hey, go do 10 things and come back to me, and I'll give you some tokens. So we're going to do that. So we're going to pick up her questaroo. Oh, and let's see, let me pull up my Babadoodle. Hang on a second. It is, I want to go to my website. Life in the Shire. You know, it's funny, as I have been pulling this up every week because I'm really liking the, that's not it. The Midsummer checklist, or not checklist, but like thing that I've put on my blog. I've been following it because I find it really handy. And I've been clicking on it so many times on my search that it's there. You know what? I don't know that I have a search function on my website. Well, that's less useful. I may have to change that. There we go. Okay. Egg Arthur says N. The N is for Nar or Nona. Okay. All right. Enedwaith, Nona. Sure. The R is for Rothwald. Walls of Moria. Eregion, Rothwald, Moria, Enedwaith, N, Nona. Might be able to remember the N for Nona. Na. All right, so let's see. Where do I want to go? Oh, let's see. I'm going to go and pick up the Stables quest here because that's always a nice one to do. So Charlotte is saying that you played the One Ring tabletop RPG. 2 players were Hobbit twins named Hal and Bert. Couldn't tell apart. It's called them both Halbert. I like it. See, that's what I mean. Like, that sounds like the kind of thing that, you know, a twin would do. A pair of twins would do. Okay, so aiding the stable hands. So we're going to pick this quest up, and this is the one at the ground level where basically a lot of people have arrived, and they're like, hey, can you give us a hand? We have a lot of horses that need to be fed apples because they're very good horses. They're good horses, Brent. Or we need to maybe groom them because they've had a hard ride and they need a little TLC. Oh, here we go. So this is the one I'm thinking of. Maybe complete celebration of Midsummer. There it is, 1,000 virtue experience. So my other character, it didn't make any sense because she was maxed on her virtues. And that just seems like such a waste. Don't want to let that stuff go to waste. Yeah. So I'm like, all right, who's going to do it instead? So I have about, let's say 4 characters that I will focus on in general. And the rest of them kind of just hang out. Well, that's not even completely true. It's more like 5. Okay, so we've got Arthalio here, and she's like the leader of the pack, right? But I don't play her very often because I was in a high elf phase, and now I'm less in a high elf phase. So, I mean, she's fine. She can just keep doing what she's doing, right? But, yeah, so I don't play her so much as use her for her level 45 attribute. Yeah, so there's that. And then I've got my Lore Master that I was starting to play more. But now that Hobbit Lore Masters are going to be a thing, I'm thinking I might just wait and not go any further with her. And when I want to do a Lore Master, I'll just wait and get a Hobbit Lore Master. Now, I was playing Sylphie, who's my Runekeeper, because I really wanted to understand how Runekeepers work. But I decided that that's a little bit more... Like, there's times I just want to play, right? I don't have to think about what I'm doing necessarily, maybe figure out a little bit of a new class, but I don't want to have to be like, okay, how does this rune thing work, and what do I do, and put it all together. So, yeah. So trying to do those things. I don't play Sylphie very often anymore, really. Okay, so hang on. So I did Stable Masters. Oh, we got to go up to the top and pick up all the quests. I didn't do that yet. So let's go up to the High Stables. So when you do this, when you go up to the High Stables, there's your dismount button is somewhere on your screen, wherever you've left it or moved it to. If you click it while you're on the loading screen here, it will go ahead and dismount you. And then, which is what I want to do when I resolve here. Awesome. So Shorla says, yeah, dude, you're telling me. Trying to stick with Penfless, but you're also leaving your high elf face. I know, right? Like, they're cool. Oh, so just so anybody who's like, what did I just do here? I was headed to the High Stables, which are down that hallway to the right. But I don't want to end up there. I really want to go this hallway to the left, which is the spiral that takes me to the top. So I went ahead and dismounted as soon as I could, so I can not go all the way to the other end. Because, see, if you look on the map, basically in my little radar, I'm kind of standing almost on top. There we go. I'm standing on top of where the other stable was. So I'd had to ride all the way back to where I just was and then turn around and come up that way. So save myself a little bit of transit time there. So yeah, I mean, High Elves have that really cool High Elf 3 dance, which is great for things like concerts. And so that's really fun. But also, like, I don't know, they've got the really cool tumble. I mean, it's hard to deny the tumble. That thing's really awesome. But yeah, I'm really digging playing the Hobbit. Now, what are you playing though? You're playing a human, aren't you? These days with your brawler person. See, I went with Hobbit. The high elf horse call. Yeah, right. And then, and like, that is, yeah. The high elf horse call. See, like, there's a lot of little details they put into the high elf, and I like how they sit kind of to the side. Yeah, sometimes they feel too stuffy, and I think that's it. Brohan brawler. Okay. Oh, okay. So I have been doing this thing because I'm running this character through the festival, and I'm trying to see if I can actually finish, all 12 days of festival with her, so I get all the different rewards, including all the figments of splendor and everything. And so what I've been doing is I go and I pick up all the quests, and then some days I finish them, but once I get to 10, I stop, and I don't turn them all in, so that way on a day when I have less time, I can come back through and do it over. Hey, Capudi, good to see you. Thank you. So I have like 5 quests that I'm going to turn in here, which is kind of funny. So actually, I might swipe Affodil. Well, we'll see. We'll see. I know Affodil's getting ready for their own thing, but well, if I finish this festival because I'm turning in a whole bunch of stuff real fast, then instead of doing a festival, we could go and play around in Yondershire. That might be fun. We haven't finished Yondershire yet. We got as far as we did on stream, and then I paused it because I kind of wanted to like absorb it a little bit more. And that's what I was talking about, where I was like, well, I have 4, no 5, no 6, So I took one of my hobbits that wasn't Rosenbloom, and I started running her. I think it was Monstein that I chose, and I started running her through Yondershire because I wanted to see what that would be. I wanted to see the storyline. What is she? She's like a captain or something, so I have no idea how to play her. It should be. We're at 65. Oh, it's based on your personal level. Oh, that's right. Our characters are still at level 60, so our virtue caps hasn't gone up yet. Yeah, okay, that's fine. Anyway, well, let me turn these in. So I did something floral, which is where you had to put some flowers on like tiers 4 and tier 5, like 2 on tier 4 and 3 on tier 5, or the other way around. So we did that yesterday. I did a lot of running around yesterday. I have a big test tomorrow, and I'm kind of like, I don't know, just not having focus issues. Also, I was really, really worn out yesterday, so I was having a really hard time focusing yesterday, so there is that. So, oh, this is the toughest festival you've ever tried, says Capodi. So many spread out and difficult to get to the spots. Oh, okay, so check out my little guide here, and you probably saw this already, but check that out and see if following that makes it any easier for you to find the places you're looking for. Now, the fireflies are kind of their own thing, so just keep that in mind, that's like a separate little excursion that you'll do. But in terms of being like in the city, see if that maybe helps tidy up your route a little bit and makes it easier. Now, just don't be afraid to be prepared that you're going to spend like 10 silver over it all. But aside from that, it's really super easy. And you get more than 10. Like I'm going to get 23 silver right now just for finishing this. So, which I did to the last drop where you had to go and pick up. Oh no, this is the one where you had to pick the right barrel. So we did that. I did that yesterday also. And then wedding supplies, you have to pick up the wedding supplies, and that's all on, that was level 3, the craftsman's tier. Oh, also Capodi in the link that I just put there, I name the tiers the same as they're named with the stable masters, but I also put the tier number as it's called in the other one. The Bree Marshes one, that is, you have to go out into the marshes out in Bree. Hang on, let me pull up a map. It's the map. It's the map. Let me pull up the Bree land map. You have to go out to the Midgewater Marshes, And then you have to go up and kind of into that upper part. There's like a cave up there that you may or may not end up in. It's yeah, it's up. You go past all the not goblins. What are they? Well, maybe they're goblins. The little guys. The guys that are walking around with like the pots over their heads and stuff. You go up north of those guys, and that's where you're gonna fight it. Now remember, you can only do fireflies at night. They won't show up during the day. So that's another thing I was doing with Rosenbloom, because she hadn't done all of the fireflies yet. And so I have Titan Bar, which I find really handy, and it's telling me is this morning. It's telling me that it's morning, and in 17 minutes it'll be noon. So I'm not even close to nighttime. So what I was doing is when I would log in to work on Arthaliel, I would do that, and then once it became like nighttime stuff, then they would, you know, I would switch over to Rose and do those. He said, literally, you're all over that area and saw nothing at night. So if you have the quest highlighted, you know how it'll have the little arrow with the ring there pointing at the quest. On your mini radar, it will point you to make sure that you end up in the right area. And even if somebody beats you to them, they do respawn really fast. So my guess is that you were really close, but not like quite in the right spot, and that they didn't, yeah, that they were, or it wasn't night. I forget, like dusk and foredawn, which is night and which is not night. Ah, they're so close, but what's that? Gloaming, is gloaming night or is that more day? I don't even know. I don't know. So, all right, let's see. I did What Ails You, which was picking up 4 barrels in different places around the city. So we did that. Lightning in a bottle, that is go get fireflies. We're not going to do that because it's not nighttime, so it's not even going to be used to show you. Festival quests hate you. Now, you don't have to do, oh, you do have to do the fireflies if you want to finish the quest and if you want to finish the deed. But you can always come back and do the deed like next year. You don't have to do it all in 1 year. You got time. There's no rush. Like this festival will be back next year. And then you can do the fireflies again next year. All right, we're going to go ahead and accept the cook, his dealio. And the florist. We did the floral crowns with the daughter down on the first level. So we're going to finish that off. And arranging arrangements is finding places around the city. That is, yeah, we'll pick up that. So we'll go ahead and pick that up. Viewer clue ahead, read the entire quest first. Yeah, sometimes you do need to read the whole thing, especially with the fireflies, because it'll tell you in the quest where to find them, and that's really useful. Yeah, because she'll say, these can be found in Bree, near the marshes, or whatever. So that could be useful too. Okay, so we've just done 6 things. Ah, thanks, B4. So yes, the list of in-game time of day. So, for example, day is dawn, morning, noon, afternoon, and dusk. So we're just in morning right now, so we're gonna have to wait for noon, afternoon, and dusk. Then it would go into night, which would be gloaming, evening, midnight, late watches, and foredawn. Crazy cakes. So we got a little while. We've got like, what is the day cycle? Like 3.5 hours, I think. So we have probably an hour and a half before we would enter nighttime. So yeah, we're probably not gonna see much by way of fireflies during my stream. Now I just used my milestone to zip back down to the bottom because I want access to the city stables guy. Because, let's see, what do I have? I finished with the florist's daughter, so we're not gonna go talk to her. But let's go up to the soldiers tier. So I'm gonna take him, have him give me a ride to the soldiers tier, please. Thank you very much. And I'm gonna ride all the way in because I want to go see this this artist guy who's here. Oh, yeah, that's true. That's a hoodie day. Okay, so here I go, and I'm over here to Borlock of Rimon. And he's the one that wants us to go get charcoal from the chef, clay from the potter, and flowers from the gardener. So we'll go ahead and pick up his quest. Now, while we're here on this tier, my notes say, head on down to the splintered shield. Oh, it could be the neighbor for the box. So here in the Netherlands, so I live in the Netherlands, for those of you who don't know. And in the Netherlands, it's very common that if one of your neighbors isn't home, the post office will leave a package with the neighbor. So one of our neighbors wasn't home, and we were. So they're like, "Hey, can you watch this package for them?" And we said, "Sure." So it was the neighbor they got home and they're ready for their package. It's a cool system. That way you don't have people stealing packages off of porches, or more likely having it get rained on. People still wouldn't steal packages off of porches here, but it would get rained on potentially. And that would be a bummer. No fun. Okay, so we're inside the Splintered Shield, and I've gone upstairs to this guy, to Ulthor, the flower peddler, and his big silly sob story. So I'm going to talk to this lutist first, and I'm going to toss a coin at them. And then I'm going to jump in this big hole and try to land on these barrels. Well, I'll try to slide off the barrels. I landed on them instead, so I have a slight injury. Okay, there we go. And then we talk to this minstrel. So here's the funny thing I didn't realize until like yesterday, that when you're standing, because I have the music turned down really low, that when you're standing right next to them, you can hear the instrument they're playing. I did not notice that until just yesterday. It's so funny. All right, there should be a dude up here. There you are. Hey, Harper, where'd you go? There we go. Gotta click on him. And we can do it from below. I forget to do about that sometimes, but then I remember, I'm like, oh, generally a time saver, or at least it saves me from falling off, because I do that sometimes. So before it says different servers can have different time of day. Yes, so it is possible to be like night on Evernight and day on Treebeard. But it is the same 3.5-ish hour cycle, and it's the same, goes through the same cycle. But yeah, they could be at different points in that cycle on different servers, so that's kind of funny. Oh yeah, so check this out. So this is the where all the glasses that you're looking at. So when you come and do this, choose the right one, and Capo D, this is possibly for you. When you come to choose the drink that is the one that you need to get the barrel, you want to pick the one that's not in this pattern. So see, I've got this kind of like little, I don't know, constellation happening down here. You got one over there on its own, and then you've got this kind of like sort of V happening over here. Those are all the wrong ones. So the one you're looking for is going to be not one of that pattern. That's the key to finding it. I'm very grateful to the person who figured that out and got a screenshot and shared that with Fibro Jedi, because then Fibro Jedi put that on their blog, and it's been a great resource ever since. So yeah, if I stand close enough to the harper, I can hear the harp. It's like, oh, well, isn't that neat? If I stand next to the lutist, you hear a lute. I was like, well, that's fantastic. That's a nice little detail. Okay, so that's the last of those, of the minstrels. So we go back and tell our florist, hey, we did your bidding, my dear. And so we finished that. And now I've done 7 of my quests out of my 10 that I'm looking to achieve. So see, there we go. I just did that high elf tumble, which is kind of nice. I do like that. But yes, before it says he likes the convention here better, that there's no such thing as a stolen porch package in your life. Oh, in our daily living, yes, yes. In our day-to-day life, we do not have to worry about stolen packages off of our porch, which is kind of nice, yeah. You just have to keep an eye out, like, do you have a card in your mailbox? And it'll say, like, which of your neighbors has it. Although, they're going paperless. So, starting, actually, like 5 days ago, if you get a package and it goes to the neighbor, you can have, they'll send you an email or a text or something. I'm not sure. Before I went ahead and signed us up for it. But I think the messages probably still go to him. I don't know if there's a way to set it up for multiples. Also, the tracking here is really good. And like our post Netherlands, they come like at the same time pretty much every day, like the same 2-hour window. So if you have a package coming and you know it's coming by Post NL, it's pretty much going to be in that 2-hour window, which is pretty awesome. Oh, okay, so I've already done the barrels. Right. So I know that after I pick up this barrel, I'm supposed to go back down and use the Stable Master again. And I'm going to go to the craftsman's tier, which is the 3rd tier, but I really want to be on the 2nd tier. So the soldier's tier, but I want to be at the bottom of the ramp that goes from the soldier's 2nd tier to the craftsman's 3rd tier. So if I take the stable master to the craftsman's 3rd tier, it'll take me, I'll be like going up that ramp, and I get off and then I just ride back down. So that's what I am about to do. So that's one of my convenient little shortcuts here. I use that a lot. I do that kind of shortcut thing a lot. Okay, so I said I'm going to craftsman, but I'm not really going to craftsman. We're going to dismount, hop on down. So our biggest things these days are, we have our big test tomorrow, where hopefully we will amaze our instructor, or our testers with our command of the Dutch language. One can hope. One can hope. Ik geloof. And I believe I can do it. All right, we're gonna pick up the Worried Woman's thing. And okay, so I mentioned this last time, and it seems to hold true. So when you stand by the Worried Woman here, just kind of keep an eye out, like survey these dogs out in front of us. The dogs come over as if they're taunting her. Now, the dog that comes from this side usually does not have the ring, but we're going to talk to him anyway just to make sure. Yeah, this dog has no ring, this hound. But the one that seems to come around the other side, where he goes off to, seems the one that has the ring. So we'll just wait here because they have their pathing. Okay, so that's the one we already saw. We already checked in with him. He didn't have it. But this one usually has it. See, right there. You found the ring. So usually tends to be a 2-dog click-in for me to get that one done. Okay, so we're at 8 done. Now, when we talked to the gardener here, we picked up the flowers that the artist needs, and then he asked us to go take a look at a garden for him and take care of that. So we're gonna go do that. So yes, we have our big test tomorrow. Oh, if you're in fellowship. For everyone, Billy, before he's saying for everyone on the server, it is the same dog. Sorry, so I just got clay from the potter there. But yeah, it's always the same dog. So if you're in a fellowship, yeah, it seems, I think it would count for everybody in a fellowship. Oh, I see. What before is trying to say is that if you're in a fellowship, one person finds the dog and then you can just leave it highlighted, because then everybody else in the fellowship could just go and search and find that same dog that you're clicked on, and they'll know that that's the dog to click on to get the ring. That's what it is. Hey, Cool Witch, glad to help you out there. Says, yes, now you know the trick for the dog ring quest. I know, right? I was riding all over the place and trying to keep track of which dogs I'd seen, which dogs I hadn't, and somebody taught me that trick like a year or two ago. Like, and I was like, what? So I can't believe I didn't write down who it was that told me that. Because I think it was a kinmate. But man, it's been like a lifesaver since then. So yeah, so you just hang around by that tall structure, because the dog who has the ring will always come by her. Yeah. So before is saying if you have, if you use the show the vitals of your selection's target, you can see like, yeah, which dog your fellowship member just talked to. And so then when one person finds it, then you just click on that same dog and just zip over there and talk to him and get the ring from him again. So, and I think there's something in her quest where she says something like, you know, she feels like they're taunting her, or that they know that this is funny, or like there's some sort of, you know, knowledge going on there. And it makes me think that that was supposed to be a clue, like the dog comes around and taunts her. So maybe I didn't, you know, catch that clue before. Okay, so normally I go into that craftsman area when you come up to the top of the ramp, and it takes a little bit more time. So by the time I finish the garden, my 5-minute timer has finished. So I still have 22 seconds before that's done. So I don't know, it might be faster just to ride back at this point. Because I just want to ride, I just need to go back and ride back down that ramp. So what I normally do is I take my milestone down to the bottom, pay the coin to come back up, Get off. Ride to the bottom. It's like such a short little trip. But yeah, it was still on cooldown. So okay, fine. We're almost there now. Let's see. We should be seeing a stable master showing up on the thing here at some point. Oh yeah. So anyways, we have a couple of cats now, and they are so here. There's the stable master. So now we know this is where we go down the ramp. And so we have the cat tree in the background, as you have seen, and I keep buying things for them. I got them like a rubby, scratchy thing today. But the reason I was putting in an order for them is because I wanted to get harnesses to be able to take them outside, because they're used to going outside, especially the older one. She is just like, please let me go outside. And we've been kind of like not letting her go outside. So hang on, I gotta look at my notes here. Okay, so let's see, we finished talking to that. So we want to go take the stables to the players tier, dismount, and ride down. Okay, so players tier is where I'm going to go. And then, yep, as soon as I resolve, we're going to dismount and head back down. So yeah, so I got her a little, like, and then she's not like super massive cuddly still. I mean, she's definitely very affectionate. But still she's getting used to, like, you know, she's not the kind of cat that you can just pick up and wander around and carry and stuff like that. Like, she's still not sure about that. Yeah, she's not there yet. She might be over time, but she's not there today. So putting some sort of like a harness all over her body, like I wanted to make sure it was something which would be pretty easy to do and not too like constrictive feeling for her, at least not once it's on, especially. And getting it on was the other part. All right, so we've got the stuff we need from her for the artist guy. But she has a quest for us, and that's to feed the guards. And that is, I have clicked on the oven. Let's grab that plate of pastries instead. All right. Anyway, so I got one today where it basically Velcros out. And so we just have to get her front arms in, and then it'll Velcro around the back. Boom. So that came today. So I'm hoping we can give that a try with her. She's sleeping upstairs now. She was down here for hours and hours, and now, of course, she's gone wandering off. She like wandered off about an hour or two before the stream, which is too bad, because then you don't all get to see her. One of these days you will, though. She will make her appearance, I am sure. Earlier, in fact, she was wandering around, and at one point she climbed up and was like sitting behind me on the chair, which is cute. The option to show the vitals of your selection's target. If you're looking for that, Agarthur has pointed out that the option is under combat options, seeming slightly counterintuitive to where one would think you'd find such a thing. Okay, so I'm running around and I'm feeding the hungry guards, and there are 2 to the north of Curiel and 2 to the south of her. So I usually pick a direction, I do 2, and then I pick the other direction and do the other 2. Now, while you're running through here, this is also where, if you're doing the supplies, collecting supplies, wedding supplies, you'll find those boxes around here. So, for example, there's one right here. There's one right after that in this little kind of courtyard where all these people are being revelrous. And as you come out of here is where you're going to find the 4th guard that is hungry. So we'll go ahead and feed this guy. So I think what I'm going to do is I am not going to go continue on, because that would see, where would I be going? Wedding supplies we don't need to do because I just turned that in. What ails you we just did, so I don't need to go do that. Yeah, so we don't need to go further south. Okay, so we're going to turn that in, and I have now done 10 festival quests. So I'm going to call that done. So like I said, I kind of like stockpile as I'm going. The first year that I do a festival, that I do the festival on a server, I do everything. Like everything, every day, bulk up on those tokens, buy all the things I want to buy, like super on top of all of that. But then after that, especially because they didn't add too many things this year. They added 4 things And of which I've already bought. I bought 3 of them. It will pop up to the top, but I'll show you. So, so there's basically a lot of really cool stuff at this festival. But once you've purchased it, you don't need to purchase it again. For example, the wardrobe, the outfits, all the different cosmetics. Well, once you've got them, stick them in your wardrobe. You don't need to buy them again. So I've already done all of that on this server. I did that the first time we did this, which was a year ago, because the server has been around for just over a year now. So I've got all of those, so I don't need tokens for that. I have all of the housing items that I want, so I don't really need tokens for that. But I have been kind of stocking up on some extra housing items, just in case I change my mind and I want some more stuff. And also my Rohan house, I want to use the little mini hedges that you can get. So let me pull up my shared storage. I went ahead when we got those carry-all boxes, the selection boxes. I got a large housing carry-all box because they're amazing. So I have in here gone ahead and purchased. Let's see. I've got a Midsummer stable. I could get a second one. I've got 4 of the half-open orangish floating lanterns. I might actually get a few more. So hang on. You know, we're going to go ahead and pick up a few more of those. So, but that's what I'm saying. Like, I've already got pretty much everything that I want. So now it's just, well, do I want to get a couple more of those? I got the, let's see, the ornate planter, the modest tiered L-shaped planter, the ornate L-shaped planter, and the modest L-shaped planter. And I put those together and it created this cool little, like, outer frame with, like, a little inner frame as well. And it's got a cool look to it. I did that over on Laurelin in my Rohan summer house, as I call it. And so I already have that idea, and so I just wanted to be able to replicate that here. So I went ahead and bought 2 sets of all of that. So now I'm gonna get some floating lanterns. So watch here where it says I've got 4 of these half open ones. So bam, because I've got auto gather on, it goes ahead and grabs them and throws it into my carry-all. So that's pretty neat little thing. Oh, I should get a couple of the open ones too. Those are nice too. Oh, carry-all windows are resizable too. Only to a point, but yes. So you've got the window, it can't go left, right. You can't widen it or narrow it, but it does have the little grab bar at the very bottom, so you can make it only that tall. That's as tall as it gets. It's how short does it get? I'm being asked. About 5 items short, and then what is that? About 15 items tall. So it's not hugely tall, but it's better. It's better than nothing. Also, you can sort by description, so you can have it alphabetical, top to bottom, bottom to top. You can sort by binding, but I mean that would only be useful if you stuck something in there that's bound to something by mistake, because if you put it in there, only the person that it's bound to can take it out, which is kind of annoying. So I try not to put anything that's bound into these. But sorting by quantity, I do often, because sometimes I want to see, you know, how much of something do I have? Do I already have something in there? Do I want any more of them? Like, I got 5 haunted trees already. Like, we're going to be ditching some of those at some point. It also helps me to know I don't need any more of those when the other festival comes around. I've got 2 theater stages. How funny. Oh, good. I've already got pastry towers. So yeah. So anyway, I like being able to sort by numbers. That way I can be like, oh, I've only got, you know, 2 clover stools. I could really do with 4. Go out and get some more next time that comes around. Things like that. So I find that kind of useful. So yes, that is something that not everybody is aware of. In the housing carry-all, things that are alike do stack. Unlike if you have it in your personal storage, these things do stack. So which is very cool. Ah, I see that is full. Okay, so we are going to get rid of this birch tree and we'll gather. There we go. Because I like things that stack. That cloak rack's gonna get hung up pretty soon anyway. I've got stuff in here that really needs to get put out into my houses. I haven't, I've been busy. So maybe this summer, we have a 4-week break coming up, and I might try and get caught up on a few things like that. It is gonna go so fast though. Like, Oh my gosh, we've had 2 week breaks before, and it's just like you blink and it's over. I'm like, I had so much I wanted to accomplish. 2 weeks is over. Oh my gosh, no way, too fast. Okay, so before I go, let's do the Silver Hobbit real quick. Silver Hobbit present. So we got 1,000 marks, not so bad, and 50 virtue XP of a pot to drink. Okay, I'm gonna switch over to Rosenbloom. Yes. And Willow, you might be interested in this as well. Yes, it's, as you say, still that's definitely less scrolling. It is nice. So I think instead of doing Yondershire, I have been requested to do Mirkwood with little chicken emojis. Awesome. So now that we have access, yes, just like that. Chicken that way, chicken that way. Just like that. Is that not what everybody does when they see that? It's like the chicken dance, if you're a chicken. Oh, we have some bingo boffing to do. Yay, bingo boffing. Okay, so we're gonna run over and start the Mirkwood intro. If I recall correctly, there is a whole intro thing that you have to do alone. Or can you do it as a fellowship?
Let's find out.
We're going to find out. We're going to find out because I don't remember. So Weirwell, if you're around, if you want to jump in with us, unless you guys have already done it. So for those of you watching, so our kinship, we have a group of us that kind of run around together, and then we've been doing a lot of stuff in Moria while we've been waiting, and also Moria stuff's kind of fun actually. And so we have some of our kinship that are just coming into Moria and still have a lot to do there. So we've been doing stuff with them, but we've also been kind of cooling our heels because we're waiting for Mirkwood. And now that Mirkwood is open, that 4 of us that have been kind of chilling out, we'll go ahead and start inching our way in. So yeah, we haven't, so since it opened up like a week ago, we've been busy. Before and I have not gone in with our characters at all. So I seem to recall, okay, so from what I recall with Mirkwood is there's like an intro thing, kind of like reminds me of like the intro of the game. When you first start and you're kind of in that somewhat instanced area where only other people who are also in the intro can go. And so people who are in landscape can't just come like riding through our chat and find you and like hand you a sack of gold or anything. Yes, Gale and you on the way, if you don't mind. I absolutely do not mind. In fact, that's great. That's what I was saying. I think we should all jam. Oh, that's so funny. I forgot. I had Rosenbloom standing here in Minas Tirith because I was trying to do a little bit of studying and stuff. And I was just loving the music because I love the music in Midsummer. So beautiful. So I was just standing here and letting the music just kind of roll over me as I was trying to get things done. That was nice. Okay, so let's see. What do I need to do? I know, right? I'll be humming during the test. People will be like, what? I don't know. Do I know this song? It's so funny because there's actually another song. Okay, so there's some Dutch language, bands and stuff. And, where should I meet you? Where ben you? You're in Lothlorien. Okay. Apparently I'm headed to Lothlorien. So hang on a second. Anyway, so there's some Dutch, some songs in Dutch. And there's a band called Bluff, which some people are like, oh, and other people are like, oh yeah. But so they're very new to me. And so I'm like, because their stuff is simple enough and clear enough that I can often understand what they're saying. And also they publish a lot of their lyrics, which is great, which is so useful. Egg Arthur says you've been focusing on Enedwaith. If I want to port sometime, let you know. Thank you. That is awesome. There's a hunter. Oh, but I probably have to have some sort of a reputation and stuff. I'm guessing. So anyway, they have a song that's Zauyadun, which is like, what would you do? And Zau is the construction of that and how that works in a sentence is something that we did learn this term, as you like. And so I find myself in class humming that song, trying to remember how to use this word in a sentence properly. So it's, the power of music is pretty good. But hey, Bingo Boffin has something he wants to talk to us about. So we're going to check out Bingo Boffin. Ooh, it's level 63 as well. Ooh. So he says, a taste of war. He says, I have been reading some of those books that you brought me. Remember, we brought him stacks of books from the elves. He says, but I have to confess that this bench is not the most secluded of spots, and I have overheard a number of interesting conversations from this perch. It appears that the elves have begun to mount an offensive on an evil stronghold in Mirkwood, and even now they begin to seize footholds on the other side of the river. Now, I'm not keen on participating in any battles, but I do believe that it is my authorial responsibility to see the inside of Mirkwood if my book is to be complete. I spoke with an elf named Kalangoth at the docks, but he refused my request that I be allowed across the river. He said he would not be responsible for my safety. Can you believe that? Well, I have had a capital idea. If we can prove that I am not afraid of orcs, Kalangoth will have no choice but to recognize that I deserve to cross the river. I have heard that orcs have invaded an area in the northwestern reaches of the Golden Wood, and that an elf named Phaleron needs help to combat them. So let's find him and volunteer to help. Okay, so we'll go ahead and pick that up, but we might not head quite in that direction. Hey, I see a kinmate. Awesome. Also, that reminds me that I had a bunch of social deeds that I haven't completed. So we're just gonna do a few of these. So here's what you do is for every 5 of these that you, you have to receive them, that you receive or that you do to an NPC. So I'm gonna, I suppose bingo would work too, but I'll just do it to this guard over here because why not? So I'm going to surrender to them 5 times. So that'll give me 5 credit for that. And then I'm going to salute them 5 times. And then I'm going to mock them 5 times. And I'm going to scold them 5 times. And laugh. And cower. And then rude. I'm going to gesture rudely at them, don't look. And I'm going to be angry at them. I have no idea why. Okay, I'll flirt with them instead. That'll help them feel better. And then I'm going to be confused because, this guy's probably really confused at this point. So I'll send him some kisses. And then I'm going to be bored with him. This guy's not going to know what's going on. All right, so I'll beg him for some help. And I will thank them for their help. And I will bow for that silly performance we just did. Okay, there we go. Okay, so Akkad Andestel is the closest travel point to Haldir. Shall we swift ride? So, using the stable master on the other side of the river? Okay. So we are going to hop across this river using a bridge. Take it to the bridge. I like your little sideways hustle there. Whee! Brink, 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 brink. Okay, and we'll talk to the stable master. And where did you say? Akkad Andestel? Okay. Swift travel. Can do. That'll get us closer to where we need to go. Mm-hmm. Oh, and dismount when I get there. Okay. Don't go all the way in. Okay, so I have dismounted. And I'm following you and your honey goat. Oh, hang on, there's Khazad Skarn. What are we doing? Not collecting it. Alright. Wait, where are we? Oh, we're back here. I thought we had to go a completely different place. Oh, we have to go talk to Haldir? Oh. Haldir was about to tell us something about Mirkwood, but he got distracted. Okay. Because because the level cap wouldn't let us continue on. Yeah. So, oh wait, there's stuff here that's like my size. Oh, more Khazad. That the Ladrum's not going for it. Hey, Archer. Okay, so do we need to go up and talk to him on the up here? Oh, I'll catch those later. Okay, so here's Haldir. Cool. Hey, bud. How's it going? Okay, so book 9 forward, the Dark Shore. That's where we're headed. He said it has taken a great while, like 6 months, but at last the preparations are complete. The Meladrum, the golden host of Lothlorien, are now ready to cross the river Anduin and assail the forces of Dol Guldur. I do not yet know the specifics of the plan, friend Hunter, but it seems that the golden host is to have 2 objectives: to bring battle to the enemy in Dol Guldur at the time of our choosing, before they can attack the woods of Lothlorien in force, and to exchange Mazog, the prisoner of the Iron Garrison, for the captives in the dungeons of Dol Guldur. So, your aid has been requested for both of these aims. So go over to Imlad Lalaith on the shores of the Anduin, so back where we came from, and speak to Braglin there, and he'll recount to us the details of each of these 2 plans. Okay, and we're going to get reputation with the Meladrum and some legendary item experience for completing this quest. Well, heck yeah. All right, shall I take us through Lothlorien? Okay. Do I know a shortcut to Karis Gladden? I might. Let's go. Okay, so we want to get the cats, allow them to go outside. So we contacted a company that made like a catio that would attach to the house, and they made one for like neighbors not too far down from us. And in fact, they're the ones who recommended we call this catio company, and it's really really well put together, like that kind of thing. We wouldn't be able to get it until November, which is kind of a bummer, but I was like, okay, but maybe we could do that. Are we just gonna go across landscape? Okay. Yeah, I was thinking there might be a stable that could get us a little closer. Which one? Vineyards, that's it.
Greetings to you.
The Vineyards of Lorien. We're gonna go there. Anyway, so I've been debating that, but then the other problem is, so for our back door, the doors swing out, and we also have an awning that comes down and is great for this time of day, and we're getting a lot of this time of day right now. That kind of sounded weird, but basically, like, because we're in these long days and we're so far up, hemisphere wise, that we get some really strong sun that lasts for a good couple of hours, like 5 hours or something, because we put the awning down probably 3 hours ago, and it's not even all the way out, to stop the sun from coming into the house. So yeah, and the sun is still like here, and it's still going to go over to there before it disappears, so we got a little while before. Anyway, so we like the awning as it is, and we were going to have to get the awning adjusted in order for the catio to attach to the house here. And so after some thinking, we're thinking that this is probably not what we want to do. So now we're kind of back to the drawing board on that. So, okay, anyways, yes, you have come at last. I'd begun to wonder if you would not wish to be part of the first crossing, but I am pleased to see that this is not so. Dude, we were busy this last week. I'm so sorry. He says, see you, the river Anduin? Boy, that's a Dutch construction, isn't it? See you, the river? See you today, the river Anduin? Time comes before. Anyway, other parts of the sentence. Its currents are strong, though this be a calm enough place to cross, and once we land on the far shore, we will need to be ready for anything. The landing may be uneventful, but then it may be tumultuous indeed. It will be up to Firgram on the other side of Anduin to ensure that all goes as smoothly as it may. So, once we are secure on the beaches, I will arrange for a second crossing to bring the company that will escort our prisoner to Dol Guldur. Are you ready to travel on the first boats across? Go speak to Calanglath down at the docks if you're ready. All right, let's go do it. You betcha. We are ready. Yeah, zie the river, right? That's exactly like see you the river. That is a very Dutch construction because in English we would often say do you see the river instead of see you the river. But it's the same information. The elves are Dutch. There we go. All right. Callan Gloth says, if you're ready to cross with the first company, board the boat. I know that Fergam, in charge of the landing, will be grateful your assistance on the other side. All right, get in. We're going on an adventure. Can I take my mount with me?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, excellent.
Goats are notoriously good in the water.
Goats are notoriously good in the water. And bears, because we're willows of Bjorning. Okay, well, let's see. Quick photo op. Oh, bye. Okay, off we go. So I think we're going to end up as a group focusing on Mirkwood first, and then going back to Enedwaith is my guess.
We'll follow the epic now.
Yeah, we'll follow the epic, which I believe takes us to Mirkwood first. Okay, so we are here, and we need to find the person that wants us to do stuff for them. Actually, and once we get here, there's a bunch of people who want us to do stuff for them. So, for example, we're going to go find our main guy, which I think is up at the top, isn't he? Yeah, he's right here. Fergam's aide. We'll talk to him because he's standing next to him. He speaks for them. Okay, so we have forward, assault the gates. So we're going to forward. Forward, leaderless, they fall. And forward, out of supply. So we're going to pick up all three of those quests. This one is take the gate of one of the orc fortifications. All right. This one is defeat Togosh war leaders. We need to defeat 2 of those. And then the out of supply, we're going to go and destroy some supply crates of the orcs. So we have a lot of orc stuff going on here. Oh, hey, where's my campfire set to right now? Oh, well, that's disappointing. That would be convenient. It's good if you're a cook. Yeah. You're right. Voyez-vous la rivière? Seist du den Flucht? Yeah. See the river? Yeah, it's a different construction than what is typically done in English, but obviously it's not never done in English. Okay, so we've got 2 expedition quests with this person. She wants us to bridge the gap, which is capture the western bridge and capture the eastern bridge. And then she also wants us to disrupt communication. There are goblin runners taking information back and forth, and we want to capture them and stop those messages from reaching the people they're intended. Now, you may have noticed there was a ring here and then it disappears. So you need to catch her when she's in between working on people. And she wants you to see to the fallen by collecting bandages for them. So we got to do that. Oh, that's another, not fire. That's another, hey, I'd like to cook fire. Okay, so here's some supply crates. We need to look through these to see if we can find some bandages. And there's 2 clumps of these supply crates, and so we're going to get about half of what we need here and the other half being the other way. The elves being Dutch would explain why they're so awesome. You know, the Dutch are known for being quite tall. Now, are the elves very frugal? I don't know of that being a known elven trait. Do they split the bill every time? Oh, we got some military supplies there. Cool, convenient. I have to face the thing. They're famous for being good with ships. Okay, yeah, that's kind of Dutch. Dutch are pretty good with ships. Creating canals, all of that. All right, so I'm still looking for some bandages. I've got 3 out of 5 sets of bandages that this lady would like me to get. I just keep finding military supplies. We don't need, it's not military supplies I'm looking for. Where do you think we have some more boxes? There's a set on top of the hill, I'm being told. So let's check up here. And so you see these soldiers that keep showing up as well. And then they line up here. And then Fulgrim gives them, you know, their pep talk. See, look, there you go. There's a full group, maybe? Or are they waiting for more? Nope, there he is. You're about to enter the first true battle of what will likely be our last war in Middle-earth. There's no time for long-winded speeches. Your brothers and sisters, even now, fight for their lives in these forests which were once Greenwood the Great. Therefore I must ask you to move forward swiftly without doubt or question in your minds. Know only that the lady's blessing goes with you, and your spirit shall shine as brightly as a freshly forged blade. Stride forth now, and part of the ocean of darkness shall... But, you know, for being not long-winded, he's still going. I got supply crates to do, bud. The elves are famous for being long-winded. Okay, now he's sent them off. Well, I'll listen to his speech the next time around, maybe. Okay, so I'm going to go and give these bandages to this... Oh, no, I'm going to bandage up some soldiers. He says, do not mourn for us, for our fallen await us in the halls of the west. Whoops. Nay. I don't want that. Hey, wounded soldier, let me help you. So, some of the wounded soldiers are possibly not going to make it through the night, and some of them are like, thank you very much, I'm feeling much better now. So, it's a little sad, some of it. It's really interesting because it definitely gets into some like sadder aspects of things as we get further and further in here. Okay, but anyway, so we're gonna turn that in to her. Your care is timely and much appreciated. Yep, with rest and healing, some of them are gonna go off and do better. All right, I have a deed bestowed. Into the black and twisted forest. Complete quests in southern Mirkwood. Groovy. Okay, oh, does she have another one for me? Oh, yep, she does. Whoops, I'm gonna go back and... Hey, lady. Okay, I gotta go rescue a desperate soldier, an exhausted soldier, and a wounded soldier. Because they have been lost in the fray. I think I've done everything I can do here at base camp. All right. Oh, I haven't... okay, cool. Just wasn't paying attention to our fellowship chat there, so now I am. All right, now I'm on board. Oh, and I can go ahead and close my Midsummer Festival information because we are not working on that at the moment. No, we are not. And there we go. Okay. I've got closed captioning up now. So if anybody is wanting to use the closed captions, that should be active. Yeah, so feel free to jump in on that. Oh, I can jump down here and help out with the hitting of things. New deed. Orc and Uruk Slayer. You know, there's a few of them around, so that's convenient. Another convenient thing is that we are going to be getting experience for that, which will help us level up to our level 65 potential and give us more ability to increase our virtues, because we do like to do that. I got another deed bestowed, Orc and Uruk Slayer, yep, and head count. Is this a Gimli and defeat enemies in the Murkeeps? Oh, so this one we have to like assess this place. And okay, so here it's come up and it says hold the gate against the enemy. It says do not surrender the gate, but we have to stay near the gate. If we go in and try to clear out the place, or if we wander off too far, it will not count. It will count as if we have left and surrendered the gate. So for about 3 minutes total, while this timer is active, we have to stick around this area. So we're gonna do that. Oh, right, cool. I have to discover the evil strongholds of Mirkwood, and I have found one out of 6, it looks like. So on the way towards that deed also. Part of me is definitely interested in not finishing these deeds before we level up a little bit and are able to get more virtue experience space. So it means we really need to get up to like, what, level 62? Because it's half. So 61 won't do it, we need to get to 62. Yeah. But then once we're at 62, right, yeah, it'll be awesome. We'll get plenty of space. It's really funny because, yeah, we've maxed out all of our virtues on these 2 characters. We've been very virtuous. Yes, exactly. There we go. I know there's like a part of me that wants to be like targeting stuff that's further in and see if I can get them to come. Like, I wonder if I could target that thing. Is it too far? It's too far. Yeah, it's too far. That's too bad. Well, we'll get this guy instead. Now I'm kind of curious. How far is it? How far is it? 41 meters. Oh, I should be able to shoot it at 40. No, it was just too far away. There we go. Now it's a line of sight issue. Ah, it's totally a line of sight issue. All right, we're not gonna worry about it. We'll get it later. I like how these Maladrim soldiers are like, ah, and then they're like, stand around. Doopy. Like, we don't actually need their help, but it's very nice of them to try. Have to let them feel useful. 20 seconds. 12 seconds. Getting close. And all right, we have held the gate. Good job. Let's see. Oh, we're going in. Is there stuff in here we want? Is there the big guy we want? Oh, there's supply crates. Ah. Supply crates. Well, that might be useful. We do need to destroy some of these supply crates and make sure that they don't have stuff. Make life difficult for the orcs, for sure. There's one. I may be walking right into battle. Yes, I am. Oh, thanks, Mirkwood. Oh, Willow. She threw some bees at him. It's always handy. They just throw some bees at you. Yeah, that's good. That's right. She wasn't using them. Let's see. Where are the next set of crates? Where? I feel like I'm in a dead end. Am I in a dead end? No, wait. No, maybe there's an exit over here. Ah, I found an exit. And then there's some by you. Oh, hey, here's a supply crate. I see 2. Over here, that'll get me to 6 out of 8. So I need 2 more. I did see there was some like up a hill. I'm just gonna figure out how to get up that hill. Where'd you go? You're over there. Hi. That's funny. I just realized I'm still running around with my pretzel and my beer stein. I guess I could go back to, you know, my battle fry pan at some point. But, you know, there's times when you get hungry in battle, and having that pretzel handy is pretty nice. Hey, this is a Targosh war leader. I think we need some of them. There we go. That's 2. Spiffy. All right. That's 7 crates. Ah, there's one over there. Awesome. Cool, cool. Okay. Yeah, we don't have a quick transport back there yet, do we? Okay. I hear we're not far away. Well, that's convenient then. So I was checking something there. Okay. So yeah, so I think we'll, yeah, cool. So yeah, we're gonna Mirkwood it up for a little bit. Thank you. I love how we're just like wandering along, and then all of a sudden she's like, "Wah!" Things explode. I guess I could hop down and help out. That would make sense. Okay, oops. There we go. You hear cries of an elf nearby. Oh no. We should go try and help him. Where is he? I bet he's somewhere in this area. Maybe he's over the next little ridge. No? I think Affodil has some knowledge. Oh, we're thinking maybe that the elf we're looking to rescue might have just been rescued recently. Man, how many of these do we have for the deed? I think it's like 100 or something, right? Let's see, I'm at 31 out of 100. Yeah. Nice. Should I come down there? Okay. We're thinking that there's an elf. Now, you don't have to do them in order. No, I don't think you have to do them in order. I think we left somebody behind there. We left Gale behind a little bit. Oh. Don't attack these? Oh, I see. Now we're going to attack them, now that we're all in the area. We were kind of waiting for Gale to make sure she's in the area. Okay, this desperate soldier. I thought I had my time in Middle Earth ended. Why, thanks. Well, you're welcome. Cool. Thank you, good Hobbit. I had reached the end of my strength and feared the end was near. Your intervention was most timely. All right. You're welcome, my dude. Okay, so cool. We just have 2 more soldiers, an exhausted soldier and a wounded soldier that we need to go find and rescue. Conveniently, they tend to be in the same area each year. Ah, a friendly face at last. I was afraid that orcs were all that I would see at the end. That is not a happy thing. Indeed. All right. The enemy's forces are strong here. I'll report back to camp immediately. And then he'll come back out and be exhausted again. It's all that running makes him exhausted, right? Let's see. Oh. No soldier yet. It's fun because we are hitting things that are definitely closer to our level again, after being a little over leveled for some parts of Moria. Like these are level 61, that one was level 61, and we're level 60 still. So it's kind of nice to be like, yeah, flex those muscles again. Our virtual muscles. Now there should be some runners around here too. There's one. Those goblin runners is what we're looking for. And yeah, so that'll stop him from sending messages. Ha 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 ha. Yeah. And they usually, run up and down this road. So if you kind of like, just kind of hang out on this road, usually you'll find them. Or shall I say, they will find you. Sometimes. And you also have 2 hunters in the party who can look if you want us to look at some point. Can't find NPCs though, which is kind of a bummer. I think that would be neat if you could be like, do a search for a wounded soldier. Yeah, guard captain of Bree. What do I need him for? Do I need a guard captain of Bree? Oh, okay. What do I need him for? Here's another goblin runner, though. Let me finish that off. Cool. So we have found all the goblin runners. So we're still missing a wounded soldier we've been sent out to find. And let's see. Talk to somebody. Wow, I'm just like missing constantly. What's the dealio? There we go. Oh, because they're level 61. That would be why. I hit harder, not more accurately. I think that's how I've set up most of my stats, is basically to hit hard, with some loss of accuracy. But that means when I do hit them, we do a pretty good job. Found a goblin hurler. Bam. Oh, we hear there might be somebody wounded in this area. Oh, he was really wounded. Maybe we'll find out. There he is. He's still wounded. Whew. 'Tis a great relief to see you, friend, he says. He was just playing dead. He's fine. He's fine. You saved me from an unpleasant fate. Alas, these wounds will need to be tended to. I fear my part in this battle may be over before it has rightly begun. And off he runs. Okay, so let's take a look. Let's see. Board the boat. Oh, let's do all these things. Yep. Okay. And that might be it. Right? I think we are ready to go back and report back in. Oh, we gotta capture some bridges. How did that not show up on my thing? Yeah, alright. Look at the Mirkwood. No, I was looking at Epic. That's what it was. Okay, yep, here it is. Bridging the gap. Oh, here, let me drop that off. Yeah, they're into 2 places now. So I've got the Epic to keep an eye on and the Mirkwood tab to keep an eye on. Okay. Precise. Good thing I have 15 more slots for quests. This bridge has already been destroyed. Oh no. Hard to secure it. Well, I guess it's secure. Like, ain't nothing happening to it. Oh yeah, that's nice. Almost took him out in one blow. Oot, oot. Everyone see it's broken? Let's see. I did. Yes. Well, shall we go look at another bridge and see what's happening there? What's the buzz? Exactly. Okay, we're gonna go check on the western bridge. Maybe we can capture that one. So yeah, trying to reassess what we're going to do for our catio needs, but either later on today or sometime tomorrow we'll put the harness on one of the cats and take her outside and see what she thinks of that business. Because at worst, like, she can just go outside on the harness for a little while. You know, we can attach her to something and she can lounge in the sun. Uh-oh, this bridge has also already been destroyed. Well, I mean, quick trip into the river. It's maybe not ideal. Maybe. All right, well. The bridges were too far. That's a reference to one of the bridges that's nearby us. It was a bridge too far. They're currently doing some construction work on it. My guess is they're trying to get it done before September, because that's when Operation Market Garden occurred, and so there's usually a lot of stuff going on around the Arnhem region regarding that. Ah, look at that. We need 100 enemies in the Mirkwood. Yeah. That went quickly. I got some Lotra points. 5. And a box of incomparable enhancement runes. And increased reputation with the Mladrum, which I think I'm going to need to get my travel skill. I'm not sure. Can't remember what I need to get my travel skill. We'll find out. Okay, so bridging the gap. We did. The bridges are down. Sorry. And were we able to learn anything from the Goblin Runners? No. So that's, yeah. But hey, we managed to recover the missing soldiers. Good on us. And now we need to go rescue a captured soldier. So let's see what we can find there. And let's see, what else do we have to turn in? I feel like somebody still wants to talk to me about things. It's a murky deed. Oh yes, assaulting the gates. Now that the enemy is pinned within these fortifications, we can work on destroying them all together. Okay. I'm down. Let's see, leaderless they fall.
How can I be of
Yes,
service?
we got rid of those. With most of their leaders fallen, the remaining forces of the enemy shall soon be driven back to Dol Guldur. One can hope. And the supplies have been destroyed. Well done. Without those supplies of arrows and provisions, the orcs will not be able to hold out much longer, and the rest of our forces are coming ashore and moving further into the forest as we speak. So that's useful. Okay, so... Oh, we got more, though. He wants us to bar the gate, so jam the gate mechanism that we were over by a minute ago. Engines of war, so there's some catapults and some ballista, and they want us to destroy those. Seems reasonable. And feral flankers, we've got some Togosh riders, which are warg riders, goblins riding on wargs. So we need to go and thin them out a little bit because they're causing trouble. Bye! Good luck, everybody! I wish you well. Bye! Alright, anybody else want to talk to me around here? Let's see. Dun, 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 dun. A couple of people still catching up. Gale is still catching up, it looks like. And Mirkwood, I have that. So it looks like we're just waiting for Gale to catch up on a couple of things. And yep, Gale hasn't gotten that one yet either. Okay. So just waiting for, yep, Gale to talk to Fergrum's guy. I keep hoping that there would be a campfire around here, but I guess not. That would just be too simple. All right, but I'm very excited because eventually there's going to be somebody here and I'm going to get to talk to them and they'll be like, hey, would you like to learn the secret paths to get right back here? And I'll be, why, yes. Yes, I would. I would very much enjoy learning those secret paths. Please tell me more. But not yet. Okay, I'm ready whenever you guys are ready. I'm chilling out by the stable master-to-be. The eventual stable master. I just know it. It's like in my mind's eye. I can make it come together. Oh, we found a skirmisher. Do we care about the skirmisher? Why not? Do I have a tablet? I don't have a tablet. What are you talking about? Oh, for scholars. Oh, the scholar drop thing. Yes, that makes sense. Now I understand what you're saying. Yes, we need to go find this prisoner and help them out. So it's really interesting because there's some housing items that you can get that come from the Mirkwood expansion. Like there's the there aren't any right here, but the tents that the elves are using, they're war tents. I was like, huh, that's like, it's a really interesting look, and I wasn't sure about it at first, but now I'm kind of like, it's kind of interesting. I don't know where I would put it though, because it seems so very specific. A war tent. What we got over here? I think I was not in the same combat at the right time. Oh, I think I went around the corner. There we go. We got rid of him. Whoa. Are we looking for a soldier up here? Okay. Oh, I do remember that we do need to go up here for something. Maybe it's just to defeat more leaders, though. Alright, so back down. Okay. Okie dokie. Yeah, I think they sent us here later to thin out some things, and there's like a box that we've been looking for, and there's a whole bunch of stuff happening in this space, but not yet for us, I think. Yeah, not until we're out of the... not till we're out of the kind of the intro. I believe. Yeah, so we want to be... Where do we want to go? For some reason, I always end up doing the gate mechanism first and then finding my way back from there. I don't know why, though. I'm not sure if that matters. It just seems like, I don't know, a logical way to do it. Nope, you're way up there. We're coming. We were doing combat behind you. Who's shooting at me? Let's see. Why I oughta. Ah, nice. Get the scarn, get the scarn. Oh, yeah, that's good because I'm falling down the side. You are taking an interesting trajectory.
No, I'm kidding. We need to be here.
Okay. Really?
We'll have to run around.
Okay. We're gonna run around this hill, mountain thing. Oh, hey. It's one of those goblin riders, isn't it? Yeah. There we go. They are obnoxious. We want to thin their ranks. That guy's not a goblin rider. I mean, he's obnoxious, but he's not what we're looking for. Okay, let's see. Ooh, excuse me. Man, there's a bunch of red dots up here. Is this where you think there might be a... Oh, yep, I see a captured soldier. Why is my focus taking so long to build? How strange. Alright, should we talk to the captured soldier? Are we ready? What? Okay, here we go. He sent you here? Well, I will not debate your bravery, friend. Let us fly swiftly. Okay. This makes haste. They shall be upon us in a moment. Yes. We did take out a few on the way. If we can make it through that gate, we should be free. Okay. Let's try to make it through this gate. Hey, buddy. Come on back to this gate. We made it out. Are you free? Free. Nope, he's still running. Okay. Well, we'll keep an eye on him. All right, we have rescued one of the captured soldiers. I can make it back from here, my friend. So I've got 5 out of 7 of those riders. So I think we're just in a general area for them. Yeah, they kind of are all over. I mean, they ride all over. Kind of in the name, isn't it? Nice. No, that's another runner. He's not riding anything. He's not good at that. All right, the gate mechanism is, yeah, up at the top of the hill here. Huh, and we got a spare goblin runner that showed up. That was wild. All right, let's touch the gate. Touch the gate. We have jammed the gate mechanism. Some good old jam poured right on that. You know, hobbits, we always carry around some food with us. It just seems right that we did it. Oh, this is where the catapults and things are, aren't they? That's why we gotta go in here. That's right. That's right. All right. That's funny. Somebody was talking about the server and how, when do people show up, and somebody says it gets a little more, yeah, picks up a little bit in the evening. I'm like, it is evening. Right? It's evening somewhere. It's so funny, we were recently in Germany and we share a time zone. We are in the same time zone as Germany, but geographically we were a little further to the east. And so the sun was up and down at different times within the time zone, you know. It was an interesting feeling. It's like, wait a minute, why is it getting dark already? It's only 10 o'clock. It's like, how interesting. Let's see, I have one more ballista to find. How did I miss one? Where would it be? It's probably on my map. I'll take a look. Let's see, engines of war. Yeah, it should be in this area. Maybe at the top of the hill. How did I miss it? Where is it? Maybe. Let me see. Now, it should be in the area of it. That's why I keep trying to click on it. I'm not getting it. I'm surprised. But you got them all, right? Okay. Maybe it's over there. Ah, I see you looking at one. All right, hang on, I'm stuck on a rock. So, what do they do? Oh, there we are. Oh, thanks. Sweet, thank you. Excellent. Okay. So let's see. I think I've done. Talk to. Yeah, I think I have it all. I don't know a shortcut yet. I know, it's really sad. I'm still getting to know the area. Like, I gotta maybe talk to another hunter. Maybe they'll know. Or maybe I'll just get the lay of the land. And, you know, once I've been here long enough, I'll be like, ah, now I remember how to get back there. Like, yes. Turn left at the what? At the tree? Turn left at the tree? Yes, exactly. Exactly. You just have to know which tree. Not the one they're making ships out of. Oh, that's kind of cool, though. Check out that landscape. No, not that one. Right, exactly. But anyway, so that, yeah, there's one of those. So that big pyramid-y looking thing at the end there, that's a tent. And that is an elven war tent, as they, I guess, something like that. And you can get those as a housing item. But I'm like, but do I want that? Because it's an interesting look. It's very swoopy to the sides, but it's also very triangular. And yeah, it's very conical. I just don't know. I'm not sure what I think of that look. I was definitely not into it at first, but I'm less opposed to it now than I was when I first saw it. Okay, so barring the gate, yes, we did that. All jammed up.
What do you need?
It will not slow down for long, but it'll do. Engines of war. Yep, we got rid of their engines of war. You're welcome. I witnessed the smoke rising from the burning engines with my own eyes. You're welcome. All right, well, there's doubtless more of these beasts and their goblin masters. You've done well to thin their packs for the present. Okay, so now what you got? Okay, so forward, hilltop assault. Many preparations have been made ready, in no small part due to your efforts on our behalf. Fergum is prepared to strike against the fortress that overlooks the Mirk Eaves, and with this thrust we shall claim the banks of the Anduin as our own and drive the orcs forth. Will you aid us in this endeavor? If so, speak to me again when you're ready to depart. Completing this quest will end the assault on the Mirk Eaves. So any quests that you have that you haven't completed and turned in this area will be canceled, and you won't be able to continue on them. Pretty sure we've kept up on it, so I think we've done everything. What's that?
Yeah, come turn it this way.
Oh, don't accept yet?
You can accept.
I can
Come
accept.
turn this way.
Okay, I have to come turn in something.
Yeah, you miss that.
Oh, I did miss that. How did I not see that in my list? I thought I looked on a Mirkwood.
What
Oh, well,
do
it's
you
okay.
need?
Rescue attempt was a success. Thank you. Yes, okay, did complete it. Yay. Okay, now I think I have everything. Here, let's look at that list again. Okay, so there is no Mirkwood, there is Epic, and there's two things for the Epic, which is board the boat and come here, and this is come here and do the thing, so I think that's it. I think we're good. Oh, look, it's starting to get into dusky and gloaming in the game, too. Isn't that pretty? It's still quite bright outside here. Okay, so. Force is ready to march. Will you join them? Battle awaits. Completing this quest will end the assault upon the Merc Eves. Any quest you have not completed will be cancelled and will no longer be accessible afterwards. This is a solo quest and cannot be completed within travel.
You can do this a triple.
But I think we can. So there.
Sorry about me.
Oh, awesome. Okay, so 3 of us are together.
It
looks like we could do 3. Although it looks like me and Gale are together. I don't know what happened. Gale's not, or, Nay, like, she's not listed. She probably dropped. Okay, so it's just me and Gale. That's cool. We got this, Gale. Off we go. Now is the time for us to strike. The Uruk commander atop the fortress is within our target. Should he fall, so falls the fortress to our claim. If you are prepared in body and mind, then I shall begin the assault. Yeah, let's do it. Watch out for the troll, I've been told. Forward, Meladrum, let's the attack begin. Ah, completed Orc and Uruk Slayer. Nice. There have been a few. I have a title, Illuminator of Mirkwood. Nice. Alright, let's see what else we can do up here. Aha! We found some more. There we go, there's my ring of arrows. I find it useful. Hey, somebody shot me back. You're not supposed to notice me back here shooting you. I think I found a troll. Hello, troll. Oh, he stunned me. Well, that's unfortunate. Maybe I can stun him back. I don't know, trolls aren't very stunnable, though. Yep, but he has fallen. Alright, we're gonna go look for this commander. I bet he's up at the top. Somewhere. Oh, we found some more. Found a Ravager. Oh, cool. We got some stuff over there. Clear the courtyard, he says. Let none escape our wrath. Oh, elf wrath. That doesn't sound good. Oop. That Ravager just ran right towards Gale. You got his attention. Nice. I appreciate your aggro over there, Gale. That's funny. Oh, one of our people ran off to do her own thing here. Agorin. Taking on stuff all by herself. Maybe don't do that. Alright, we got another troll. There we go. Nice. Alright, in we go. Oop, off to the side. Betcha there's some stairs over here. Man, he just leapt over that tent. That was great. Awesome. More come from behind. See to your backs, she says. Indeed. They're sneaking up on us. Alright, we got him. Awesome. I like it when they're doing some sort of an induction and we end up catching them before they do it. We get rid of it, you know. Alright, there's a commander looking person. Oh, thanks, Moobot. That's true, Moobot's been awfully quiet. Midsummer Festival is live and ends July 11th at 3 a.m. So that's next week. I believe that's Monday at 3 a.m. Alright, the commander has fallen. Rout any who remain, he said. So cool. So we've got the official Lotro guide there, and my link, the link to my guide is also at the bottom of that. So if you are still looking for that, that's an easy way to capture that. Is just go to lotro.com, and then my link is at the bottom of their page, at the bottom of their article, which is cool. Okay, hey, Frigum. Your valiant strength has bought us this day. With the fall of this cur, the orcs are broken, and no strength of theirs can stay our advance until we stand athwart the gates of Dol Guldur itself. Completing this quest will end the assault on the Mirkwood. Any quests you have not completed will no longer be accessible. We knew. Thank you for confirming that with me. I'm good. Okay, let's make haste to claim the roads that lie between us and the necromancer's dark abode. Travel now. Oh, thanks for that before. Yes, my speedy quest completion guide is there, and that's the link to the same one that's at the bottom of the lotro.com guide. So it's nice that they have it there as well. Okay, so what does she want? She says, I'm glad to see that you survived the opening stage of our assault. It is thanks in no small part to your efforts that our advance on Dol Guldur has been only lightly impeded by the servants of the enemy. Our forces now advance through the forest of Mirkwood to claim Emin Loom well to the east, but there's much to be done before we reach it. Gird yourself well, for the blackest of terrors yet stand before us. All right, so I'm going to get some reputation, I'm going to get some legendary experience, level 50 tracery, and Invader of Mirkwood characteristic. You have fought alongside the Meladrim during the invasion of southern Mirkwood in an effort to stymie the power of Dol Guldur. Well, that's pretty cool.
So now you can teleport
Oh yeah? Okay, so aid the Meladrim in securing their military objectives during the landing of their forces. Cool. So we've done that. Oh, she's got more she wants to tell me. It was not easy, but we've made a crossing and expelled the orcs from their fort atop Amon Anglin. The Golden Host is not ready to begin the passage into Mirkwood. I hope we're not wrong in this. A great deal is at stake. So we can finish that. Oh, she's got a new quest for me. Go to Imlad Lilith and tell Braglin that we have seized our first foothold across the river. It's time for the second party to come over, for it is they who hold the stealthy undertaking of bringing Mazog to Dol Guldur to trade for the dwarf prisoners. The launch officer near the boats, Calengroth, will ferry you back and forth. Okay, we can do that. And let's see. We have a quest here to patrol the beach and take some tokens of Dol Guldur from the Goblin Scouts to get some more information about how close things are. And let me go ahead and clear this out. I got some Lotro points. I got 10. Neato. Now notice there's more dwarves walking around here too now, which is interesting. So let's see, we finished the Mirkwood landing. Hey, good evening, Thayan. So Meladrim Gold Star emblems, got 20 of those, that sounds fun. And yeah, got that, okay. And then I got a deed bestowed, the Orc and Urk Slayer advanced. And I got a title, Illuminator, yeah, that's right. I think I'm gonna keep what I got.
Mind my words.
She says, it's good that you have come. Our forces swept through this area like a storm, but we were unable to signal our kindred in Lothlorien that all went well. So if you would, take this banner to Falug, to the ruins of an orc tower overlooking the Anduin to the south, and brace it with stones. And then when our banner flies for our kindred to see, return to me. I think that's her trying to say, yes, you can come this way. I haven't seen you show up. Are you around here? Okay, cool. I was gonna. Whoa, there you are. All right, let's get you in this little merry band. There's a stable master here to find and talk to. Oh, and a milestone. Yeah, that'd be useful. Okay, so when can I get my personal travel to here? How do I do that? All right, let me set a milestone here. I think I will get rid of, I don't know, Shadowed Refuge, Anor Meckham, Rotting Cellar. I think I'll get rid of Shadowed Refuge. I'm hoping not to go back to too many places in Moria going forward. Sorry, I just lit a flame under your butt there. Oh, right. I have to get to... I'm just trying to remember. I think, yes, I do recall some big recollection. I've done this before with a hunter. That yeah, I think before I was muttering over there that I think it's maybe an Emmenloom or no, it's not Tormorvis. I don't think it's the Dower Docks. I think there's a barter I need to go to somewhere else though. I thought to get my stuff. Wait. Also, why am I not? Why are you not? Fellowship, transfer leadership. There we go. Okay. All right. There's a reputation barterer over here. Oh, maybe it is over here. I thought I had to go to some stronghold somewhere else. But hey, let's take a look. Maladrum rewards vendor. You
Is
think?
there aught that you
Ah,
need?
guide to the Murkeves. Okay. I need to be level 62.
Why are there so many of them?
Yeah, that's interesting. Requires acquaintance standing. Returns you and your fellowship. Yes. Requires acquaintance standing. That's interesting. It's like it multiplied. Guide to the Murkeves, guide to the Murkeves, guide to the Murkeves. I think it's the same thing over and over again.
Screenshot for a better one.
Unless I'm mistaken. Yeah. Okay, so I need another level and a half, and then I can get us here easily. No problemo. Eventually, that'll happen. Okay, so yes, our landing was swift, but not sure. There are still bad things around. What's that?
Did you buy it?
I can't buy it. I have to be level 62.
Oh, that is the issue.
You can't. No, I don't think you can even buy it, can you?
Be of service to you.
What? I hover over it now. Barter. It says your standing is too low. It still says your standing is too low.
Oh.
Like, my standing is still too low no matter how many times I click on the barter button.
Oh, but I had an accelerator going.
Oh, you level 62 already? It says I have to be level 62.
Okay, it still let me buy it.
Also, you have to have acquaintance standing with the Maladrum. I am not acquaintance with them.
No worries.
I guess I am.
think
What
I
am
had an
I?
accelerator going.
Oh, you had an accelerator going. Sneaky, sneaky.
Not intentionally.
I'm still neutral
I'm
with them.
just-
So they are familiar with me, but not familiar enough. That's true, yeah. If I could buy it and just carry it around with me, would I want to? I guess I probably would. Oh, you have a quest for me. The Eyes of Dogoldor. Defeat Darkwing spies and defeat Warg scouts. We can do that. So now I have probably about 10 minutes here, and then I will probably work on winding down. Oh, back to Lothlorien for the epic. Okay, yes. Yes. So let me. Oh, you just ran away. Oh, there's a boat. Okay, I was gonna take us, but boat is probably smarter since they did tell us to take the boat, didn't they? Board the boat, and I will push it out into the Anduin. That's nice. And then do we paddle? Doggy paddle? Wait, where am I going? I don't actually. It's a gazebo. How would you like to be indoors and outdoors all at the same time? Okay, hey, my friend. Things have changed. The first crossing was a success. Yes, it was. It means it's time for the second, smaller company to cross. I will bring you to meet them. After all, you'll be assisting these elves with the transport of Mazog to Dogoldor, and the way will be fraught with danger. Let me know when you are ready, and I will introduce you to them. Yeah, sure. Let's meet these folks. Solo. Fine. Solo quest. So we're gonna go meet the folks that are going to be the party that is called the Hidden Guard, and we have Mazog, the orc, and these folks are going to be the ones responsible for taking him through the Mirkwood and to Dogoldor in anticipation of being able to do a prisoner exchange. because we believe, or some people in this party believe that he is of value to those folks. So I am going to not read this out because I think it's definitely one of those where it's worth it to come in and kind of like go through all of those little steps and see what they have to say about themselves. And yeah, there's a lot of backstory on these characters that they put together. So but yeah, you should come in. When you're doing this, you should definitely take a look at all the things they have to say about themselves. I've done this a few times, so I've gotten some familiarity. Like the woman with the two, let's see. Yeah, the woman with the two swords is up, two small swords is up above, and yeah. So everybody is here. There he is, Sigleth. Sigleth with her two daggers. Well, yeah, they're kind of swords. Yeah, she's cool. Oh, who do I need to talk to? Hey, Carcheriz. It'll be my pleasure to guide the hidden guard across the river in this, the first step of their journey. May it end in victory. Indeed. May it indeed. All right, so we have made the crossing. The dwarves should be just ahead with the captive. So we're going to catch up to them and regroup. I hope Broin and the dwarves understand the importance of this errand's secrecy. Yeah, well, they're not Boromir, so you've got at least something there.
Human burn.
Yes, human burn. Man burn. All right. Hail, dwarves. I am Radir. You know my ally. Rosenbloom, a hunter of great worth and bravery. Aw, thanks. Gosh, shucks. And, yep, I'm Broin, son of Broker. These are the brothers Greyhammer and Greyhammer. We go to Dol Guldur to trade at the Orc Mazog for the freedom of my cousin Bori. At least that's the plan. So, am I to understand that you know the paths of this yucky forest? I know the ways of Mirkwood, yes. And unpleasant forest, that's what they call them. I trod them long ago to the very foundations of Dol Guldur. Yeah, probably back when it was the Greenwood. Nah, Mazog is like throwing some shade. Yeah, whatever, bud. Don't worry, your time is coming. Agartha says, by the way, there's a guide to Merkeaves available that the hunter trainer with lower level no rep requirements, 70 mithril coins. Ouch. Yeah, that is an ouch. I think I will wait. I only need a level and a half to use it, and by then I'm sure I'll have the reputation, because most of these quests give us reputation for the with the Maladrum. Because, let's see, oh, this one's just listening to the plans. Okay, this doesn't give us any, but I think in a while it will. So the dwarves are definitely like, let's go, come on. And the elves are like, hey, we definitely need to be cautious here, y'all. And they're like, yes, yes, yes. May our journey through Mirkwood be swift, and our return trip the swifter with Bori and the other captives hale and hearty. That's a beautiful dream. All right, let us see the camp the elves have made. There will be little in the way of dwarf comforts here in these dark woods, but I'll do my best. But I will do the best I may not to complain. A great journey awaits us. Now that's true. So great. So. All right. Hey, Alpha Rimbles. It has now begun. For good or ill, we now have no choice but to embark upon this journey. May both aims of the Maladrum see victory in the end. The rescue of the prisoners held by the enemy in Dol Guldur, and the delay of an attack out of Mirkwood upon Loth Lorien. We will do all that we can to see both of these done. So that's something. Okay, and then she sends us off to see if they know anything about Mazog being here. So that's something I found really interesting, and I didn't catch this like the first few times through this, is that they are definitely doing two things. Like I was really caught up in the Mazog thing, but it didn't occur to me that they're not trying to defeat the orcs of Dol Guldur. They're not trying to take Dol Guldur necessarily. They're basically just trying to hold them, delay them as long as possible, because they know their objective is to come across and, you know, attack Lothlorien. And so it's really interesting to to see so much of this storyline is actually a part of that as well. And I had kind of conflated it and put it all together with the Mazog stuff, but it's really two different things going on there. So so that's very cool. Okay, so if there's anything else you want to talk about in the chat, drop it now. I think, let me double check my inventory before I get ready to, oh, look at that inventory. Oh, hey, but it's about time we might be getting new stuff. Is it gonna be any better than my current stuff? So these pants, agility, vitality, maybe, okay, I'll have to come back to that. A shield for a warden, no, nope, yep, nope, nope, keep, nope, nope. This is how I try to keep my stuff from getting too overwhelming, right? Oh, we gotta keep the fire oils, that's good stuff. And the tablet, and the wood, and the scrolls. Although it's interesting, because these are the same supreme level that we had before. So, oops, don't need that, don't need that. They are impeccable sword sheaths, but not so impeccable that I'm keeping them. Oh, we got a hat. Hat of rallying. Let's see, how does it look? Oh yeah, the pointy one. Yeah, that is funny. I think you have worn that before. Yeah. Let's see, I have a hat of determination. We've seen these before. Here, let me see if I can. That's also a good one. Let's see, the shining shoulder pads. Nope, they're not better than what I already have. What about these shining shoulder pads? Still nope. Hat of determination. Nope. Axe. I don't use axes. A dagger of stamina. Nope. Some resin. Another dagger. Well, this is easy. Let's see. Major essence. We'll keep minor essences are gone. We don't really use a lot of essences. Like I have a cloak that I have some essences in, but they're major essences. Minor is just not really worth the time when you kind of come down to it. Not with what we've got going on here, I should say. Maybe in some instances the minors are worth it, but not for what we're doing, I don't think. The Cloak of the Crossroads. What is this? Where did I get this? Hey, what does that look like? Oh, it's not very exciting. All right, so I guess I'm not worried about it for cosmetic, but is it any good? Probably not. No, no. I didn't even think about it. Javelin, no. And the boots, not really. I like my critical rating. I'm big on the critical. My toolkit needs repaired. Who used my toolkit without having their window up? Do I have my window up? I should. Oh yeah, I've got my subscriber buffs for another 5 days. Okay, good. Okay, all right. Well, I am going to anticipate getting my travel skill then until that is available to me. So very excited. I always love getting a new travel skill. It's always fun. I've got some weapons. Maybe I should take a look at the weapons and the legs and stuff. Fortified leggings of the scout. Because I got a bunch of these leaves burning a hole in my pocket. Okay, well, I think we're going to call that good. So next week, we will be outside of the festival. There is a, what do they call it? Let me pull up my biography here. There's the Treasure Boogan event coming at the end of July 21 through 26. I haven't looked at the calendar to see what dates those are, days of the week those are. If it falls on a Tuesday, we will definitely check that out. We found the Treasure Boogan event rather interesting last time, so I think that's definitely worth checking into again. It was interesting. And then we've got some Hobnanigans, and then Farmer's Fair hits in August. We have some time off of school, so I think we're going to be, well, actually, Anor is closing down in August sometime, I believe. So between now and then, our plan is to go to Anor and get all of the titles and goodies that we wanted to get before we leave there. Specifically, like I was working on legendary Isengard, I think it was. We were going to try and do some stuff with that. So I want to make sure I get all the stuff I want to get from there before that closes and we transfer our characters off. So we'll probably be doing some of that in between, possibly not during stream, possibly. We'll see. And then, yeah, Mariner and Coolwitch says you like the Treasure Boogan event. It's interesting, isn't it? Go chasing around this little thing. It reminds me of like this little treasure imp that you had to catch in, like, I think it was Sit and Stay a While. Diablo 3, thank you. Yeah, it reminds me of that. I think there was a little treasure guy you had to catch. So it reminds me of that. Anyway, oakley dokley. We are going to call it here. Stay tuned because today is Tuesday. Let's see if I can remember how to type this in. Tuesdays. Nope, it's just one Tuesday. I never remember if it's that. Tuesday. There we go. So today's streamers are Little Redhead, that's me. B4 is coming up right after me, and he'll be doing his show, Plugging Along, where he's going to be talking about plugins that he's been working on and do some coding on stream, and then, of course, answering questions about plugins. So if you have any questions about plugins or anything, feel free to jump into the chat here in just a minute. And then right after B4 is I7 Pow, and she's doing, I forget what the name of her show is, but basically she's got a completionist character, and so she's doing all the just going through and doing everything. So that's kind of fun to also watch because we're also completionists. So we yes, we are kindred in that regard. And then Shoreless Skies is on the last Tuesday of every month, so we're early in the month. So he just did one last week, I think it was. So okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and head out here. You all have a great rest of your evening, and I will see you on before stream here in just a few minutes. All right, take care, everybody, and remember to stay in contact always with that Hobbit side of your heart. Take care of each other. All right, bye-bye.